I mean, Harry and Meghan as a brand, it's a misery machine, which just brings conflict and negative headlines. Look, they're losing sponsors. Could next year be the last Invictus? At which point, no Invictus, no Harry.
He hates so much because he's a two-faced liar, that's what he is.
Prince William has reportedly decided that Meghan Markle will not be involved in events connected to a planned tribute marking the 30th anniversary of Princess Diana's death. According to recent reports, plans are being discussed for a series of commemorative events, including a black tie gala centered around the Diana Award. The Diana Award remains the only major charitable organisation that both Prince William and Prince Harry continue to be associated with. The report suggests that Prince William's position on Meghan has become increasingly firm over time. The reasons, according to various accounts, go beyond personal disagreements and are said to reflect a series of incidents that gradually deepened the divide within the family.
Here's the thing. I recently heard that Prince William made it abundantly clear that Harry and Meghan cannot be offered accommodation at Windsor Castle.
Among the claims discussed are reports about Prince William's reported reaction to the possibility of seeing Prince Harry again, disagreements over accommodation arrangements involving Buckingham Palace, and allegations surrounding a proposal Meghan Markle reportedly made during a visit to Princess Diana's gravesite at Althorp that mentioned Prince William's children. These claims have attracted renewed attention as discussion of the anniversary plans continues. To understand why these reports have resurfaced, it helps to look back at earlier moments that were seen as turning points in the relationship, beginning with events connected to Windsor.
I think that that's important because it tells us that there's not even an inch of thawing happening between the brothers. He doesn't want to risk an unexpected encounter with Harry, especially Meghan, on what he considers his family's home turf.
When plans for Prince Harry's return to Britain were reportedly being discussed, one issue quickly became a major talking point, where he and Meghan Markle would stay. During those conversations, reports claim a firm boundary was established, and according to those accounts, it was a decision linked to Prince William rather than King Charles. The reported position wasn't described as a temporary arrangement or a matter of availability. Instead, it was presented as a long-term policy. According to multiple reports, Harry and Meghan would not be offered accommodation at Windsor Castle. If accurate, that marked a clear line that went beyond a single visit. Why does Windsor Castle matter so much? Because this reportedly wasn't the first time the couple had hoped for access to the royal residence.
So interesting is, do you remember the reports a few years ago that Harry and Meghan had actually asked to live in Windsor Castle?
Yeah.
Years earlier, reports claimed Harry and Meghan asked Queen Elizabeth II about living within the Windsor Castle grounds. Those reports say the request was declined, with Frogmore Cottage being offered instead. Time moved on, Frogmore Cottage was later vacated, and attention returned to Windsor once again. This time, however, the circumstances were very different. Instead of decisions being associated with the late Queen, reports suggested Prince William had taken a much firmer stance regarding future arrangements. The family divide has also been reflected in reports about communication between the brothers. One widely circulated claim suggested Prince William had no intention of engaging with Prince Harry if they crossed paths. While that claim has never been officially confirmed.
So it's my understanding that Prince William has put his foot down and said, I don't want them anywhere near Windsor. If I stumble upon him, I wouldn't even acknowledge him.
It has fueled ongoing speculation about just how distant their relationship has become. That has led many people to ask the same question. What caused the relationship between Prince William and Prince Harry to reach this point, and why does it now appear so difficult for the brothers to reconnect? According to reports, Prince William's position goes far beyond avoiding an uncomfortable conversation. Commentators have suggested that his concerns stem from a much broader breakdown in trust, one that they believe cannot be explained by any single interview, documentary, or memoir alone. They argue the roots of the dispute reach back much further, with several key moments shaping the relationship over time. Another major chapter reportedly centered on Buckingham Palace. Reports suggested King Charles was prepared to offer Prince Harry accommodation during a visit to Britain. What was expected to remain a private family arrangement quickly became the subject of widespread media coverage, with different accounts emerging about what had been offered and how the discussions unfolded.
It's Orwellian doublespeak, isn't it? Because they've humiliated themselves by having a war of words with the palace about Harry's accommodation at Buckingham Palace, which didn't need to happen, but it's vintage Sussex behaviour.
The timeline drew significant attention. Initial reports described a welcoming gesture, but later stories questioned the details, leading to renewed public debate. Rather than settling the issue quietly, the differing accounts fueled even more speculation and left many royal watchers wondering what had really happened behind the scenes. The situation also raised a broader question that continues to divide opinion. Critics pointed to the Sussexes' previous public criticisms of the monarchy and questioned why staying at a royal residence appeared to remain important if those earlier concerns reflected their true experience. Supporters, however, argued that practical arrangements and family relationships are separate issues. Those competing interpretations have kept the debate alive, with each new report adding another layer to an already complicated story. Attention then shifted to another royal residence, Highgrove, where King Charles reportedly handled the situation in a way that many observers felt received far less recognition than expected. Reports indicate that a private meeting between King Charles and Prince Harry's family did take place. According to those accounts, the king spent time with Archie and Lilibet during a visit to royal property. On the surface, that appeared to be a positive step. However, reports emphasised the conditions surrounding the meeting.
Are both part of a couple who said that the monarchy is racist and everything about it is fundamentally wrong. Why, Poppy, then? And Kins and I have spoken about this so much. Would he take a room within an institution that he hates so much? Because he's a two-faced liar, that's what he is.
It was said to be completely private, with no official photographs, no media access, no public statements, and no carefully staged images released afterward. Everything reportedly remained behind closed doors. Some commentators argued that the private nature of the gathering was significant because it produced no public moment for either side to point to. Others viewed that as exactly how a family reunion should happen, away from cameras and headlines. Either way, the meeting generated very little publicly available information, leaving room for plenty of speculation. While much attention focused on Windsor, Buckingham Palace and Highgrove, another part of the story received far less coverage. Reports later shifted to Althorp, the Spencer family estate where Princess Diana is buried. According to various accounts, discussions connected to that location introduced an entirely new dimension to the ongoing tensions. Observers have often noted that Prince William's reported visits to his mother's gravesite have remained deeply private. There are typically no announcements, no photographers, and no official updates. If those reports are accurate, the visits are treated as personal moments of remembrance rather than public events.
When she was up, of course, at Althorp, it was interesting when you think, because obviously a lot of people didn't, or did they know, but Markle couldn't resist that Prince William is aghast at this latest particular publicity stunt. But I have to be honest with you.
That context became important when claims emerged that a joint family visit to Diana's gravesite had been suggested. According to those reports, the idea involved Prince William, Catherine, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Archie, and Lilibet gathering together at the memorial. The reported proposal immediately sparked debate. Supporters believed such a moment could have symbolised family unity, while critics questioned whether an event involving so many senior royals at such a personal location could realistically remain private. Given the intense public interest surrounding the family, many observers felt that any gathering of that scale would almost certainly have attracted extraordinary worldwide attention, whether intended or not. According to recent reports, the discussion surrounding a possible visit to Princess Diana's gravesite has become one of the most talked about parts of the story. Some commentators argue that this issue helps explain why Prince William's reported position has become so firm, although none of the claims have been officially confirmed. Those reports allege that the idea of a joint family visit to Althorp was intended to be raised directly with King Charles during discussions at Highgrove. Rather than remaining an informal suggestion or being handled through royal staff, the proposal was reportedly presented as a topic for the king himself to consider. The reported idea involved Prince William, Catherine, and their children joining Prince Harry and Meghan at Princess Diana's gravesite.
If you remember when she launched her wine on the birthday of Princess Diana, this means that this woman, in my opinion, would trample over anybody's memory. I mean, when you think about it, how crass do you really have to be?
Supporters viewed it as a possible gesture of family unity, while critics believed such a gathering would almost certainly become one of the most closely watched royal moments in decades, regardless of the original intention. According to the reports, the proposal did not move forward. Since no official explanation was ever given, much of the discussion has been driven by media accounts and commentary rather than public confirmation. Even so, many observers believe the episode became another sign of how differently the two sides view privacy and public life. Several reports have also claimed that Prince William has been deeply protective of how his mother's memory is honoured. One account even alleged that he privately described the overall approach as grotesque, though that remark has never been officially verified. Commentators have also pointed to other moments that generated criticism, including the launch date of Meghan Markle's lifestyle brand coinciding with Princess Diana's birthday, and a video filmed during a drive through Paris that some believed invited comparisons to Diana's final journey. Those interpretations have been widely debated, with supporters and critics reaching very different conclusions about the intent behind those decisions. Taken together, supporters of this view argue that these incidents reflect a broader pattern rather than isolated events. Others strongly disagree with that interpretation. Either way, differing perspectives on Princess Diana's legacy continue to shape public discussion about the relationship between Prince William and Prince Harry.
Deliberate pivot, isn't it? And I think it reflects the failure of the Sussex brand, which is also why I believe that Harry and Meghan are working so hard to get back into the royal fold, because things aren't working in America. Of course, we know that Netflix, are not that interested in any of the production ideas that Harry and Meghan have. And of course, let's not forget, Ted Sarandos tore up the retailer agreement with Meghan to sell the flower sprinkles and the spread.
That is the central criticism being made by some commentators. It is not simply that Meghan Markle admires Princess Diana, but that critics believe certain public narratives and comparisons have echoed parts of Diana's life. Supporters reject that interpretation, while critics argue the similarities have been emphasized too often. The debate has continued for years, with strong opinions on both sides. Many observers also point to another difference they see in how Princess Diana handled public life. They note her long record of charitable work, much of it carried out without media attention or public promotion. For those who make this comparison, Diana's quiet approach to many of her engagements remains a defining part of her legacy. Prince William's connection to that legacy is deeply personal. He experienced the loss of his mother as a child and has rarely spoken publicly about those events. Over the years, he has generally kept those memories private, leading many royal watchers to believe he sees them as something to protect rather than place in the spotlight. Recent reports have also suggested that a documentary project connected to Princess Diana's legacy could be in development in California to coincide with the 30th anniversary of her passing. Those reports remain unconfirmed, but they have fueled discussion about who should shape Diana's public legacy.
I just feel that Harry's running out of road. He's running out of road as this global influencer. He's running out of road as an entertainer, running out of road on the charity sector. And I think, therefore, what's he got left? It's going to be his royal links. And I think that's why we're going to see more of him.
According to several commentators, Prince William believes that major tributes connected to the late Princess of Wales should be handled through official institutions rather than commercial entertainment projects. Because of that, many observers believe the disagreement is no longer just about family relationships. Instead, they see it as a difference over how Princess Diana's memory should be presented and preserved for future generations. That brings attention back to the question many people are asking. Could Prince William and Prince Harry appear together in 2027? At this stage, the Diana Award has confirmed only that early planning is underway for anniversary events, and no final arrangements have been announced. Since both brothers remain patrons of the Diana Award, it is possible they could attend the same event if plans move forward. However, reports continue to suggest that the relationship between them remains strained. Claims have also circulated that Prince William does not support Meghan Markle taking part in official Diana-related events, although no formal public statement has confirmed such a position. For now, any predictions about a reunion remain speculative until official plans are announced. According to recent reports, one possible scenario being discussed is that Prince Harry could attend future Diana-related events while Meghan Markle would not be involved. Those claims have not been officially confirmed, but they have fueled continued speculation about how any future reunion might unfold. The discussion comes at a time when several of the Sussexes' projects have faced increased public scrutiny. Reports have suggested that their production partnership with Netflix has evolved from its original plans, while Meghan's lifestyle business has also attracted significant media attention, with commentators offering very different views about its long-term prospects. Prince Harry has also faced challenges involving organisations closely associated with him. Centrebail, the charity he co-founded, has been the subject of widely reported governance disputes, and questions have been raised publicly about its future direction. Meanwhile, reports have also claimed that the Invictus Games has faced sponsorship and funding pressures, although the organisation continues its work supporting wounded and injured service personnel and veterans. Many royal commentators argue that Invictus remains one of Prince Harry's most important achievements and a defining part of his public identity. Because of that, any reports about its future naturally attract considerable attention.
According to my sources, though, Meghan Markle had another light bulb moment, I kid you not. Wouldn't this be a unifying moment if, and remember you're hearing this first, if William, Catherine, and maybe their 3 children would like to join Harry and Meghan with his 2 children to go and pay the respects together.
Legal matters have also added to the headlines. Prince Harry experienced setbacks in some court proceedings against newspaper publishers, with outcomes that received extensive media coverage. Those cases became another focal point in ongoing discussion about his public role and future direction. At the same time, commentators continue to speculate about how Prince Harry and Meghan approach major public events and projects. Supporters see them as pursuing independent careers outside the royal family, while critics question the consistency of their strategy. Those sharply different interpretations have kept debates surrounding the couple firmly in the spotlight. Taken together, these developments have led many observers to ask what Prince Harry's next chapter might look like if some of his biggest projects continue to face challenges. That question remains unanswered, but it is likely to remain at the centre of discussion as new developments emerge. Some commentators argue that Prince Harry's remaining connection to the royal family has become the centre of public attention. In their view, discussions about reconciliation are often tied to the continuing interest in his royal background, rather than any single project or business venture. With the 30th anniversary of Princess Diana's passing approaching on the 31st of August 2027, many observers expect it to become one of the most closely followed royal events in years. Any appearance by members of the royal family is likely to attract worldwide media coverage and intense public interest. According to reports, Prince William's recent decisions are being viewed by some as an effort to establish clear boundaries well before those commemorations take place. Supporters of that interpretation believe he wants to avoid uncertainty or last-minute negotiations over who may take part in official Diana-related events. Commentators have pointed to a series of previous disputes involving accommodation, family meetings, and discussions surrounding Princess Diana's legacy. Whether or not those events are directly connected, some believe they illustrate why trust between the two sides has become so difficult to rebuild. Others argue that the concern extends beyond a single gala or anniversary event. They suggest the real issue is what public perception could become if Prince William and Prince Harry were seen together at a major Diana-related occasion. Any shared appearance would almost certainly generate headlines around the world and prompt widespread speculation about the future of their relationship. For that reason, some royal observers believe Prince William prefers to define expectations well in advance, rather than allow events to shape the narrative later. While none of the reported motivations have been officially confirmed, the discussion reflects just how closely every decision involving the royal family continues to be examined. Now let's go back to where this all began. 1. Shared patronage. One organisation still connecting Prince Harry and Prince William. At the start, that number seemed simple, but it carries a much bigger meaning. Over the years, the brothers have seen many parts of their shared lives change. They once shared a childhood, royal duties, charitable work, and numerous public commitments. Today, the Diana Award remains the one major connection they both continue to hold. Many royal watchers believe that fact alone highlights just how much their relationship has changed. According to recent reporting, disagreements over how Princess Diana's legacy should be honoured have become one of the biggest points of tension between the two sides. Reports surrounding a proposed family visit to Diana's gravesite only added to that debate, although the details have never been officially confirmed. Supporters and critics continue to interpret those reports very differently. If the reported accounts are accurate, Prince William's position is about protecting what he believes should remain private, rather than reopening old disputes. Whether people agree with that view or not, it helps explain why speculation continues to surround every Diana-related event connected to the royal family. That brings us to the question many people are asking as 2027 approaches. If the Diana Award Gala goes ahead and Prince Harry is invited to attend, what happens next? Will both brothers appear? Or will the divisions of recent years continue to shape the future? What do you think? Do you believe Prince Harry would attend the event if Meghan Markle were not involved? Or would he choose not to go? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd really like to hear your perspective and the reasons behind it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching.